Hello, and welcome to Calculus 1 Online at Morton College. I am your professor for this class, Dr. Scott Spaniel. And this video is just to give you a brief introduction to the course to make sure you get off on the right track. So let's go ahead and take a look at the course. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to my.morton.edu and then go to your Blackboard access. Go to your courses and then click on our class. So you'll probably have more than one class here. The one we're going to look at for today is Calculus 1. Okay, when you get here, your page will look a little different than this. This is the what it looks like when I first get to it. So let me enter the student preview so we can see what it looks like for you. So when you get here, obviously you've already started doing these things and you've probably already made it to this page. Given that you're watching this video, but step one is watch this welcome video. So if you're already doing that, great job, great start. Once you've done that, you're going to want to click on the syllabus over here on the left hand side of the screen and read through the details here. So this has a lot of really important information. First of all, it has our section number, NR, for no room we're meeting online. This is an asynchronous anytime online class. So that means that we will not be having any class meetings. All of the learning in this class will be done on your own time, as long as you get things done by the due date. Then over here, you've got my information, Scott Spaniel. I'm a doctor of education, which just means I got my doctorate in how to teach, not necessarily in my area of expertise, which is math. So I'm an expert of education. And then I have a master's degree in math. My office is 310B, so if you want to come see me, we're back on campus. So if you want to come see me in my office, that's 310B. You can always reach me by email at my email address, which is scott.spaniel@morton.edu. You can call my office phone number, which I would not suggest. I don't really use that. Or I am using a program the college has called Cadence that allows me to give you a cell phone number that you can call my cell phone. This isn't my actual private cell phone number, but you can call me through the app or text me through the app using this. So those are all great ways to contact me, except necessarily the office phone, because I'm only in my office during these times. So if you need to get a hold of me during these times listed here, office could be a great way to get a hold of me. If it's outside of this time, it's not a very good way. And if you would like to meet with me, you can schedule office hours by using the links here. If you'd like to come in person, you simply click this link and it'll take you to a booking page for Google Calendar, and you can sign up for the office hours that are available. You can notice I'm available a lot on Wednesdays, and then I'm available twice on Thursdays and twice on Tuesdays. So those are the days I'm on campus. Or if you'd like to meet with me virtually, I'm available during these exact same times. You just click on the link for virtual, and then you got the sign up here as well. Okay, so that's the deal there. And you can always come by my office. One note for the fall 2021 semester, at least, is masks. The college is not requiring masks on campus at the moment. They're requesting that you wear them or suggesting that you wear them. I am going to require you to wear a mask if you're meeting with me in my office. So just keep that in mind if you want to come by for an in-person meeting. Otherwise, there's always the virtual meeting option. There's the description of the course. We've got the prerequisites for this class, so you should have all already met these. So you got a C or better in 105 or 110, or you got placed into the class. Here are the learning objectives. Make sure you read through these. Those are the things you're going to learn in this class. So we keep scrolling down. There's a blank page there, which, I'm just going to fix real quick because there shouldn't be a blank page there. Okay, so that's better. So then you've got the resources for this class. The text is optional. You don't need to buy it. You do want to have a calculator. The one I use in the lecture videos for this class is called Class Calc. So you don't need to purchase a calculator. You can just use an online one or an app. MyLab is required, and we're going to talk more about that in a minute here. There is free professional tutoring available through the college. These hours may or may not be correct. They keep changing. So if you want to know more about this, feel free to go to their website. Just search Morton College Tutoring Center, or you can give them a call at this number here. We're going to have Videos, there are video lectures available through my math lab, and then those are the ones that the textbook provides, and then I have some that I've made, and we'll look at those here in a little bit. And then here are the instructional methods. You can read through this as a nice synopsis of what each week's going to look like, and we'll talk more about this in a minute here. Okay, when we look at the course schedule. Here are the things you're going to be graded on, so make sure you look at this. We've got a final exam. Each week there's going to be a quiz. You're going to have section assignments, and then we're going to have online discussion. So those are all things you're going to be graded on. The discussion threads are going to be due Tuesday at noon. The replies are going to be due Wednesday, but I'll talk more about that when we get into the schedule. But there's a nice synopsis of those, so read through that. There's what I call the student learning contract, which really just means if you do all the things I expect you to do in the course, which is do all of your discussions, do all of your homework assignments, and do fairly well on the quizzes, then at the end of the semester, your final exam is only worth 5% of your overall grade instead of 30%. So that just gives you a nice little bump. So if you work hard all semester, you shouldn't have to worry about the final at the end. You can basically just take it and get whatever grade. Because a 5% bump, the worst that's going to drop you is one letter grade, even if you got a 0. And if you've done well in the course all semester, the chances of you getting a 0 are basically none. And then the grading here, excuse me. The grading scale I think is pretty standard. 90s are A's, 80s are B's, 70s are C's, 60s are D's, and anything below a 60 is an F. Really important class requirements as we move forward with the class. The biggest thing is the state requires us to list students who are not actively participating at the midterm and drop them from the course. And so for me, what that means is you need to have at least a 50% in the course at the midterm. It's very difficult if you aren't at least at a 50% at the midterm to really complete this course. And then last but not least, one really important thing is this is a 5-credit online course, which is in a 16-week semester. So that means, and the basic requirement for an online class is you should expect to spend about 3 hours for every 1 credit hour. So that means in this case, we're going to be spending about 15 hours a week on this course. Okay, so you should expect to put quite a bit of time into this class. And then this is the basic course structure. So we're not really covering chapter 1. That's really a review of, well, anyway, here's the schedule, the basic course outline. And there's a more detailed schedule deeper in the class. So let's go back to this screen now. That's the syllabus. Make sure you review that. The next thing you need to do is register for MyLab Math. So this is where all of your assignments are going to be housed, is in MyLab Math. So it's a product from Pearson. You paid for it in your course fees, so you don't have to worry about paying for it right now. So what you want to do is go to the MyLab Math link on the left-hand side, and then follow these directions to register for MyLab Math. So you're going to click on the Brightwave link below, so it's right here. That'll open a new tab. And when you do that, it should load, hopefully. Yep, here it comes. And you're going to have a number of different options here. You've got the textbook, which you can read, or you should also have a link that says courseware. That should say MyLab Math. This one says MyLab Statistics because it's for my statistics class, but you get the idea. It should look like this and say MyLab Math. If you click on that, there'll be an access code right here. You want to copy that to the clipboard, and that's how you're going to pay for My Math Lab. You've already paid for it. This is just to show that you've already paid for it. So you'll copy that to the clipboard. Then you'll come back here to Blackboard. You'll click on the MyLab and Mastering page, and then you'll follow the rest of the directions. Mine is going to show up as if I'm already in the course because I am already registered for My Math Lab. But for you, you'll just follow the rest of these directions. So you'll sign in with your Pearson student account, or you'll follow the prompts to create one if you don't already have one, if you haven't used My Math Lab before, or any other Pearson MyLab product. And then when you're prompted to choose a payment method, this is the important thing. Choose access code, and then you're going to paste in the code we just copied. And then that's basically going to be it. Then you'll be in the class. Okay, so that's how you register for My Math Lab, so that's really important. Once again, just like I said in the syllabus, I use ClassCalc, so if you want to get that, I'll show you what it looks like real quick. It's at classcalc.com. You don't have to create an account for this class to use it. I have an account because I need one as the instructor. And it looks like this. It's a nice little calculator. It's also, so it's online, which is great. So you can have it up on your computer, or it's also available as an app. So you can get it on your phone or tablet. And that's the one I use in the videos. So if you want to see how I'm doing it in the videos, that's one of the calculators I use. I do use a couple of other things in different sections, but in general, that's the one I use. Once you've done all that, what you're going to want to do is click on week 1 over here. Notice right now there's only 2 weeks. That's because I'm still in the process of updating, and I don't want to give you too much information as we go forward. But every week except the last week of the course is going to look exactly like week 1. Yeah. Well, almost exactly like week 1. They're going to look very similar. So here's week 1 schedule. So you've got Sunday, the weekly schedule summary up here in the top in this calendar view. And then below it, you've got the details. So the weeks start on Sunday. When you do that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on the section 1.1 link, which we'll look at here in a second. Review the resources, take notes as if you were in class, and then post by Tuesday at noon a discussion thread. And we'll talk more about what that'll look like here in a second. Then by Wednesday, you're going to want to reply to your classmates by Wednesday at midnight. Then by Friday night, your assignments for the week are due. And then on Saturday nights, your quiz for the week are due. So you can do these things ahead of time. All these assignments are open for a week. But it's the best. So you definitely don't want to wait till the day they're due. But this is when they're due. And this will be true for every week. Every week on Friday, you'll have a section assignments due, mostly, at least one, and then you'll have a quiz. And every week we'll have a quiz, and that'll happen for the whole semester. We won't have any tests until we get to the final exam, and the final exam will be at the very end. So then if you scroll down below the schedule, you've got all the links you need to do all these things. So like if you've got the link to do the MyLab orientation, so that's just a little, here, I'll open it, and we can take a look at it. It'll open like this. You click on question 1, and what the orientation does is it just takes you through all of the different things you need to know how to do in order to use MyLab. Okay, so like you can read through this, and it just helps you practice doing things. Like this one is just about making sure you know how to input. If you've used MyLab before, this will take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If you haven't used it before, it'll take like 15 minutes. So it's really quick. It counts as a homework assignment, so make sure you do that. Okay. And then below that, we've got our section links. So you click on the section links, you'll have a video lecture, and then you'll have the assignment. In the case of the first 2 weeks, the video lectures are from Pearson. So I just use the information they have. So you've got a textbook reading, you've got some videos you can watch, and then starting with chapter 2, almost all the videos are things I made. Not all of them. A couple more of them are things I decided what my MyLab had was better than something I could make, or at least as good, so it wasn't worth my time to make a video. But for the most part, I made my own videos, and those things will be, and they go along with these note sheets that you can find here if you want to look at those. So here is an example of the note sheets. So starting with chapter 2, what I'll be doing is there'll be videos of me working through these note sheets for you to follow along. So if you want, you can print these out when we get there, or put them on a tablet or something like that. And then the other thing I want to look at is just the discussion thread. So for the discussion each week, the idea behind an online class is that you should still be able to interact with the students and the instructor in a meaningful way. So the way I like to encourage interaction between the students is by using a discussion thread. So the idea here is that each one of you would post, watch the lecture video, so that's step 1. While watching the videos, you take notes and attempt the problems as if you were in class. By Tuesday at noon, you want to create a new thread with a post discussing some aspect of one of the video lectures. This could be a topic you do not understand yet or find challenging, so you could be basically asking for help with a topic that you're not understanding, and then or if you struggled with something but you have a tip for your fellow students that you came up with, so something that helped you, if you have a resource you found, like if you went to Khan Academy and watched their video on the subject and you found that helpful, you could post that. But just make sure it's detailed and descriptive. You want to make sure you give enough information so that if you're asking a question, either I or your fellow students have enough information to help you with it, or if you're offering up a resource, it's descriptive enough that other students could use it. Feel free to share pictures or videos, but make sure you also include a written summary. So, for example, if you have a Khan Academy video you like, you can't just post the link. You need to summarize what's in the link and why you found it helpful. Then by Wednesday at midnight, what you're going to want to go in and do is you're going to go in, you're going to read the posts of your fellow students, and you're going to try and help them out. If there's a topic they struggled with, but you understood it, you're going to post your help, what's your help. So just like you're in class helping each other work on problems, that's what this thread is like. And your replies shouldn't just be like, "Oh, thanks, this is a great resource." Explain why you found the resource helpful after you take a look at it, right? If it's a resource, if it's a problem you want to post, posting, "Oh, this tripped me up too," isn't really helpful. You want to add, either add what you found, any part of it you will think you understood, but you want to make sure you're furthering the discussion. And just remember, as you post, remember to treat all of your classmates and the instructor with respect at all times. So if you click on this link, it'll take you to the discussion. Oh, but it's not open yet. So it opens. I'll show you it in the instructor mode. So let me exit preview because I haven't opened the discussion threads yet. So if I go to week 1, it looks basically the same. It's just a little different because it lets me edit. But if I click on week 1, it looks like this. And then I'm going to click create a thread. And then you'll just post your subject and your post. And then on Thursdays, what I'll do, the reason these are due on Wednesdays is give me time on Thursdays. I'll go into the discussion thread and I will answer any questions, try to answer any of your questions that haven't been answered by a classmate, and things like that, and grade them as well. Okay. And then that's all of the stuff up here at the top that it tells you to do. Then if you scroll down, there's just a few more things on this homepage, and then I'll be done with this video. First of all, it's important to always remember the history of where we are. So one of the things I like to do is include a statement of land acknowledgement. So you can read that here. And then this is just a little bit about me. So I'm a white, heterosexual, cisgender man. I've been teaching at Morton College for over a decade, and I'm currently the chair of the math department. I have a bachelor's of arts degree in secondary education, secondary math education from St. Louis University, a master's of arts degree in mathematics from Eastern Illinois University, and a doctorate of education in college teaching and learning from Walden University. And actually that Walden University degree I did online. So that's where I get a lot of how I do this course. I have a lot of experience with taking online classes myself. At home is my wife, Sarah, who is also a doctor of education, and she works at the College of DuPage. We have our dog Marley and our 9-month-old baby girl Adler. And for fun, I like to play golf, video games, snowboard, and watch sports. I'm a huge St. Louis Blues and Cardinals fan. I also root for the Chicago Bears and FC Bayern Munich. So that's a little bit about me. If you have any questions at this point about the class, feel free to reach out to me. You should also, at some point here soon, be receiving a text message from me through that Cadence app. I'll just give you my number, and that's one of the ways I like to communicate with students. So if you haven't received that text message by the middle of the first week of class, just let me know, and that means I need to get you added to that. And I'll be checking in on that by email as well. So that's it for now. Have a great semester, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me by email or phone.